Hi, I'm John Trischler from Specialty Performance Parts, and today I'm excited to introduce the new Rigid D-Series Pro fog light kit for the 2021 Plus Ford Bronco with the modular bumper. This fog light kit incorporates the Rigid D-Series Pro fog lights with our SPV Performance Parts brackets for this Bronco and our plug-and-play harness for the most seamless installation you can possibly get. We've combined this with the most popular 3 pairs available, since you can get 3 pairs in here. These are the 3 pairs that are most popular on the Raptors in the D-Series Pro, which are the Spotlight, the SAE, and the Driving Series. Now, one unique thing about this SAE is for 2022, Rigid updated their SAE, and it's got a new part number, and they've doubled the lumen output. So the previous SAE model that was available only had around 1,700 lumens. This one's double that. You're over 3,400 lumens of light output in a street legal SAE light. So that's phenomenal. That's probably one of the most powerful street legal SAE lights that I've seen in this size pod light from any company. So I think Rigid hit the mark on that. So now you've got your extremely bright street legal SAE light that you can use when in traffic, on the road, and so on. But we're gonna go ahead and demonstrate these. We're gonna walk around them. I'm gonna show you how they work and so on. Then we're gonna look at them in the dark and see how they perform in pitch dark. But before we do that, again, I wanted to get some good shots here for you where it's semi-lit, and we'll go through those. We're also gonna talk about some of their other SAE models real quick, and I'm gonna show you some other things that they've got available in those SAEs because they've expanded that. Unlike the SAE light that's in the bumper here that's clear, you have the option of getting a selective yellow where the lens is all yellow for that driving when you are in those extreme conditions, fog, snow, and so on, to help you with that. Now, they had that previously as well, of course, not the high output that they've got now. But now you've got the option of this third SAE light, which gives you both a selective yellow bottom half and a clear top half. Now, granted, you're only using one half of the light at a time, so that 3,400 lumens is going to be split in two. You're going to have around 1,700 lumens on the bottom, 1,700 on the top. But for versatility, if you really wanted to have that in a compact package where you can have both a selective yellow light and a clear SAE light all in one, now you can with this new SAE dual output. Now, I also want to talk about the flip brackets. Now, you'll notice, and again, in most of the other videos with some of the radiance lights that we've done on the Broncos, I installed them with these flip brackets because the way that the Rigid lights are made, they have their mounting points here on the bottom of the case. And the standard brackets that come with those will come out and mount from the bottom side. Like the Raptor, the Bronco's bracket will attach to the bumper from the top side, which means that the mount on the light needs to hang down from that. So the standard bracket, essentially, if we turn this, you're going to notice the words Rigid now are upside down. These extension brackets, these optional brackets here, allow you to mount to those bottom holes, but then the brackets come out the top side here, as you see, so that the words Rigid are right side up. It's a cosmetic thing. Some people it bothers, some people it doesn't. These brackets are optional. The reason is for that very reason, that it's not going to affect the way the lights work. It's just a cosmetic thing. In the Bronco, it's a little different story than the Raptor. In the Raptor, you are going to see this Rigid in all 3 sections and so on. You can also take a black marker, a black paint pen or something like that, and you can cover that over and you really wouldn't notice it again. It's just a rotational thing. The case is going to be the same other than the words there. So if it doesn't bother you, not a big deal. In the Bronco here, as you notice, the top part of that frame is actually covered anyway. So if you do get these optional flip brackets in the Bronco, you're not going to see the words Rigid at all. But you're also going to hide the the fact that they're upside down here in these first two. The third one, you actually don't even really see. So, you know, you could actually get by with just, you know, just 2 pairs if you wanted to. Or again, if it doesn't bother you, don't worry about it. It's an option. You don't have to rotate those if you don't want to. But if that bothers you, then those optional foot brackets will take care of that for you. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on these SAE lights first. All right, so here's our SAE lights in the middle. So these are your street legal lights. And then we're gonna turn on our spots here on the outside. And now we're gonna go ahead and turn on our driving series lights just like that. So those are all 3 lights. I want you to be able to see the different patterns for each light. So we're gonna start here first with our spots. And now we're gonna turn those off. We're gonna turn on our SAEs. So these are our SAEs. You can see it's a little bit more of a flood type pattern. And now we're gonna turn on our driving. And you can see that pattern. And again, we'll turn each of the other 3 on. And you can see it just covers just about everything that you need. All right, so now here we are in the pitch dark, and we're gonna do some demonstrations here on these different lights in the pitch dark. So the first light we're gonna turn on is gonna be our spotlights. So there are our spotlights, and of course it looks like the camera adjusted to those slightly. All right, so there are our spotlights. We'll turn those off. Here are our SAE lights, which are gonna be our street legal lights. And that's gonna cast that just about in front where you need them to be, in front of where the hood would be. So you're not gonna see it real down low where it's kind of dark. You're gonna see that past that. So that's why those are projected that direction. All right, we'll turn those off, and now we'll turn on our driving lights. The driving lights are the brightest in the Rigid Pro Series line. They're around 4,700 lumens, and they're gonna give you just a ton of light with those, and that pattern is going to be probably the most useful in general, not street legal, you know, but for like highway speeds or, you know, off-roading at highway speeds, that kind of thing. It's going to give you that mid-range width, as you can see here, and a fairly good distance. So at high speeds, you're going to be able to see pretty well as you're driving. So again, we'll turn those off. We're going to turn them on one by one now. We're going to start with our spots. Then our SAE, you can see they just kind of coat each other, and then our driving. So they just lay over each other and give you that full range of light. We're going to kind of step back, and we're going to take some shots here from away from the vehicle so you can see toward the vehicle the kind of light output that you're getting. You know, I was going to wait until I got to the end, and sometimes, you know, it's really hard to really demonstrate this on a camera because of course, the cameras are going to try to compensate for too much light. They're going to dim it and so on. And here I am, I'm walking. I'm a really far distance away from this truck now. And as you can see on the ground, there's still a ton of light. You can see my shadow being cast as we're walking away. And I'm going to turn around so you can see how far away this truck is. So this Bronco is a long way away. I'm going to guess that this is probably a good 150 feet, probably, at least. And there's still a ton of light. So I'm going to turn, I'm going to keep walking a little further. As you can see, there's just light for a long way. So these Pro Series lights, they put out a ton of light. So again, this is going to be for the person that wants the most that you can get, you know, the highest output, the highest power, and the versatility of having that one SAE light here in the middle. But of course, you know, you can mix that up. If you're not worried about the SAE light, you can get the Pro Series lights in the flood pattern, the driving pattern, which we have here, the spot pattern, which we have here. And then there are some diffused options as well that you can get those in. And of course there are some amber or selective yellow options as well, to give you that ability to see better in bad conditions, you know, when it's foggy, snowy, and so on. So you've got that option as well. So you can pick out the 3 that you want, but again, these are the 3 that are usually the most popular because of their versatility. And here we are directly behind it, and you can see the SRL red backlit lights here in the back of the truck as well. Also a great cool feature to add to the Bronco. But here we are in the distance, and since we're so far back where the direct bright light isn't really causing the camera to overreact and compensate and dim, you can probably get a better example here of the kind of light output you're getting from this. I'll try to kind of zoom in there to the distance. You see it just kind of goes forever. All right, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and visit us at spvparts.com for these fog light kits and many others for your Ford Bronco, Raptor, and other vehicles. We've got an exceptional line of the most plug-and-play type, compatible, direct bolt-on parts for these vehicles that you'll find anywhere. So visit us and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.